it's a very ancient festival celebrated everywhere, especially in the birthplace of Lord Krishna, which is Vrindavan, is very famous for its Holi celebration. It's really a spring festival. Of course, it's a holiday for everyone. There are special foods and special cuisine that is made on this occasion. And of course, everyone visits houses of friends and relatives and sprinkle color. So it's a very joyful festival. And it's a time of great celebration, of friendship, of forgiving past mistakes amongst friends. It's really celebrating the end of winter and the beginning of spring. And there are a lot of mythological stories about Holi as well. The night before Holi, in fact, there is also a bonfire where we are burning all the evil and the bad things. Well, we have actually, with the Indian community, been observing the Holi festival for many years. But I'm very happy that this time we have so many Hungarian friends who are joining us in this celebration. Because as I said, this is really a festival of friendship. One thing I should tell you, I've been here 4 years, and what has really struck me in Hungary is that whenever I meet Hungarians and they learn I'm from India, there is a very spontaneous feeling, a very spontaneous expression of warmth and friendship. And virtually everyone knows something about India, whether it is Rabindranath Tagore or Mahatma Gandhi or something about Indian music, religion. So there is a very, very warm sentiment, friendly feeling. So I feel that we should really build on this interest to strengthen our cultural cooperation. And I think this celebration today is one element of that. And I'm very happy to see such large number of people who've come.
Ez nem az első India Fest, hanem már a negyedik. Ilyen szempontból volt már tapasztalatunk vele. Hát nem könnyű összeszervezni, mert ugye különböző vendégeink különböző helyekről jönnek, és itt különböző kérdések merülnek fel ilyenkor, de úgy tűnik, hogy sikeres. Előtte, amikor India Festeket szerveztünk, akkor nem kötött egy konkrét hindu ünnep vagy indiai ünnephez, és úgy döntöttünk, hogy talán jobb lenne őket kötni ezekhez az indiai ünnepekhez, mert akkor mégis az egész színesebb, ünnepélyesebb. Az első az a Holi volt, ugye a színek ünnepe, és tervezzük őszre a Diwalit, az pedig a fényeknek az ünnepe, amikor a fény hatja át az emberek lelkét, nem a színek. A közönség nagy része, azért a túlnyomó része az magyar, ami szerintem az a legékesebb bizonyítja, hogy érdeklődnek, mert nem lennének itt, és azért láttam, hogy annak ez egy szórakozó hely mégiscsak, ugye most este van, nem egy klasszikus színházi előadás, az képest síri csend volt, például a klasszikus indiai tánc, és figyelt mindenki, ez is szerintem alátámasztja azt, hogy érdekli őket, és nyitottak. De szerintem egyébként is a pesti közönség nyitott, Indiára meg különösen. És amit most tervezzünk március 29-én, az a Mamata Shankar Dance Company, vagy Dance Group. Ők Kolkata, mai nevén Kolkatán, régi nevén Kalkutából érkeznek. Ravi Shankarnak az unokahúga Mamata Shankar, aki Indiában egy ikon, rengeteg bollywoodi filmnek a sztárja volt, és a Táliában lépnek föl március 29-én egy 15 fős tánccsoport. Klasszikus indiai táncok, majd egy táncdráma következik, hát biztos vagyok, az is legalább ilyen izgalmas lesz mindez.
I was actually telling the stories from the Hindu mythology, speaking about the various gods firstly. My first piece was about Lord Ganesh, the elephant-headed god, about Lord Vishnu and a goddess Saraswati. Then I moved to the central character in Kathak, which is Lord Krishna, And because we were celebrating Holi, the festival of color, so it was essential for me to tell the story of Lord Krishna, who is portrayed in the Hindu mythology as the most mischievous character, playing with all the gopis or his girlfriends. And also I narrated some of the abstract stories using the language of rhythm. It started at least, I would say, 500 years back in the temples in northern India, when it was initially performed by the males and not the females. And that time the males used gestural language to tell stories. But then eventually when the Persians came to India, they then took Kathak and brought it down to the royal courts. And that's when female dancers came into existence, and the males were hired to train the female dancers, so it became the court dance. And then finally it actually came down to the stages where both male and female today perform Kathak. It involves a lot of I would say both body movements as well as the facial expression. And when I teach students, the first thing that I say is that every movement means something. So you are literally creating stories with your movements. So if you have a blank face, it'll mean nothing, which is a complete contrast to contemporary dance. So again, when I teach contemporary dance, I say that make this as your blank, this dies. But as soon as you are in the classical form, this comes alive. And this is what it creates, the language. After you have actually learned 10 years of Kathak, then you start blossoming as a dancer. And for the last 27 years, I have been practicing, training Kathak, and I still think I'm just a student. I'll be a student forever. It is my journey. I never say that I am a performer, but when I perform, I share my experiences with my audience. First of all, Kathak, essentially, it's a solo dance form. And this is when you are actually communicating with your audience. So you can imagine that a solo dancer against hundreds and hundreds of people. So unless you can actually secure the focus of each individual audience, you will not be successful. So this is where you start relating to your audience and you move about. And sometimes even I connect with my eyes to an individual audience so that I get their concentration on me, and that was important.
Nekünk nem az volt a cél csak a indiainak, hanem kimutatni, megmutatni a magyar közönségnek, milyen különböző műsorok lehet hozni Indiából. Elégedett vagyok, szerintem nagyon jó volt a műsor, minőségi műsor volt, és minőségi szereplő, ugye? Akik szerepelnek. Azok elég híres, mint például a asszony, aki táncolt Kathak, ő már BBC díjas is, meg ezek a bhangrások, fiatal emberek, azok elég híres, először jöttek Magyarországban, pedig nem olyan messze Magyarországról tartózkodnak, mint a Bécsből jöttek ők.